Welcome back to Real Estate Resource TV, where we interview Seattle's top professionals about the real estate market right here in Seattle. Today, Doron Weisbarth joins us, broker with Force Realty, to talk a little bit about the North Seattle real estate market. As one of the most sought after North Seattle real estate brokers, he certainly knows what's going on. Welcome, Doron. How are you?
Thank you. I am well. How are you?
Good. It's really good to see you. And, you know, North Seattle really is, it's first of all a big part of Seattle. What neighborhoods would you say comprise of North Seattle?
Well, you've got everything from Ballard and Blue Ridge on the west side of North Seattle. You've got Green Lake and Finney Ridge in the middle. You've got Bryant and Windermere in the east side of North Seattle. So you've got a real big diversity there of different neighborhoods and different opportunities.
And so when you talk about all these neighborhoods, they seem to be kind of in the core of Seattle. How would you say that, I guess, all these neighborhoods in North Seattle really represent the Seattle market or real estate market as a whole?
I think it's that's a really good question. I think that North Seattle, I find it to be really the bellwether of what's going to happen in our region in general, meaning not just Seattle, but the greater Seattle area. When we're hearing about all the real estate activity that's going on right now. Even the New York Times today had an interesting article about it. I've been reporting about this 4 months ago. I've been seeing the activity and the price rising 4 months ago in the North Seattle area, and I've been letting my clients know about it. And it's really interesting to see that the popular media is finally catching up.
Well, with North Seattle being such a beginning, or the catalyst almost to the rest of the Seattle market, why do you think people find North Seattle so desirable?
There's a variety of reasons, really. First of all, you have an area that has a lot of beautiful parks. It has great lifestyle, great shopping. There are a lot of opportunities for houses with views. You have views to the east, views to the west. You have views of Green Lake. So there are great opportunities all over for housing with views. We're very close to the core downtown area, so it's very easy access. I think the number one reason, if not first and certainly second, is the school system in North Seattle. The schools in North Seattle are considered far better than the ones in South Seattle, and so people who care about the schools and can afford it are migrating to the north part of Seattle.
When you talk about these schools in the north part of Seattle, is it more segmented than that? I mean, do these different neighborhoods have better or worse schools that draw people to, I guess, even a more concentrated area?
Yeah, I think that there are certainly pockets. I think North Seattle in general tends to have a perception of better schools. But you're right, within the pocket or within the area of North Seattle, there are certainly pockets of schools that have even a stronger perception. Bryant, Wallingford with John Stanford International School, and other schools like that have such a strong perception that, for example, in John Stanford, if you're not within 5 to 7 blocks of that school, you're not going to get in. They have a fantastic two bilingual programs, and a lot of parents want to go there to send their kids to that school. And if you're not within that small region, you're just not going to get in. So guess what happens to the real estate in that 5 to 7 block area? It goes up like crazy. When something comes on the market, it sells very quickly.
So literally, I mean, you almost have this dissection of the city, not just by neighborhood, but block by block, depending on the proximity to a school, on top of the fact that North Seattle has a lot of desirable qualities.
I think that that's a semi-correct statement. I think that what happens in North Seattle, that people just want to be in North Seattle, and then you have some parents who are very adamant about one particular school or another kind of school, and they really drive the prices in those areas.
Well, Doron, it sounds like North Seattle continues to drive the Seattle real estate market.
For sure.
Thank you so much for joining us. Ryan Leopold's going to join us here. Ryan, welcome back to the show. Help us understand a little bit about the mortgage side of buying a house in one of these very desirable neighborhoods such as North Seattle.
Great, thanks for having me, Ben. I think the biggest thing about buying homes in these areas is just really recognizing that we're still at historically low interest rates. So it really, at the end of the day, is going to make affordability just that much easier with these low interest rates.
Thanks, Ryan, again for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you. And special thanks to Doron Weisbarth from Forest Realty for joining us as well. As always, we'll be here next time giving you the top advice on real estate in Seattle. We'll catch you next time on Real Estate Resource TV.